Hey everybody, Crystal Gamer here with a new speed build video for you. This one here is kind of interesting. This is called the Rojo, or just Rojo, and that means red in English in case anyone's interested. It's just a Spanish name just because I made it predominantly red. And this place can serve as multiple things. Like a lot of the stuff that I do, I try to actually, when I'm doing commercial builds, I will often try to make them serve more than one function. And this one, I think, can serve as a nightclub, a bar, a karaoke bar, and a lounge. I believe it hits all four. It meets all four of those requirements. So it meets quite a few different requirements from a gameplay perspective. And this is another building for those that watch my LP. This is another one that is going in Katerina's Windenburg. And so this is like the new hot club in town, basically, is what this is going to be. And as you can see by this, and those of you that actually play the game and that build will appreciate, I'm using deck pieces to create round things to go up top. And y'all know, anyone that's a builder in the game knows that our ability to do things round is pretty limited because we don't have rounded walls and all of that stuff. But I had this idea, since we do have rounded decks, that's something that we actually have. I had this idea to see if I could use decks as ceilings and create a more rounded look, even though I can't use rounded walls. And so that was kind of the idea. I'm always, well, not always, but on a few different things, my M apartment complex and on this, and I've got some other one somewhere too that I've been trying to here and there create kind of rounded elements on more modern projects so that they're less boxy and just to do something a little bit different. And so that's basically where this came from. The one thing about this is actually making this into something was a little bit difficult because the interior space is not super extensive, really. So what we ended up with on the interior is we've got a utilizable second floor, first floor, and then basement, which with where I put the property at the end doesn't make any sense because it's out on one of the docks in Windenburg, but we're going to pretend that it makes complete sense. Because, hey, it doesn't have to 100% match reality. I do try to go for reality a lot, but, sometimes you just can't get there. And you wouldn't have a basement in a dock, but the problem with this property, and the builders will know this, is that we don't have ladders yet, which means that I could not really use the third and fourth floors because they were too small. I couldn't get any stairs up there, which is too bad. I'm hoping we get ladders at some point so that when we do have small rooms, small upper rooms, we can actually have, make them utilizable. That would be super nice. I don't know if that's going to be something that we get. I know that we've got some massive improvements coming up. The multi-tiered foundations. I have been wanting that forever. I cannot wait for that. I know everyone is like super excited about the terrain tools, and I'm probably going to get more excited about that. I think I might be slightly more intimidated because I'm not quite sure, like, do I know how to build with terrain tools? I don't know. So I might be a little bit more intimidated than I am excited about terrain tools, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But the multi-tiered foundations that are coming, oh my God, I have wanted those forever. This means that I can create real stages, multi-level things like my movie theater. I can actually make my movie theater like work, hopefully. Fingers crossed, because I have a really cool movie theater that's multi-tiered, and I'd like to make it more multi-tiered and actually have it be utilizable, or at the very least look a lot better than it does. Not that it looks bad, but I can definitely see some improvements. Oh, we can see me struggling at the top of this. There are a few parts where I struggled with this build. When you're dealing with these round decks, there's some weird glitchy things that kind of happen that I don't know. Like, I couldn't get the second floor, for instance. It's a not a round deck. It's just kind of like regular. It's octagonal, I guess, is probably, I didn't count the sides, but I'm assuming. So I couldn't make that round because if I made it round, the tier above it would not place on it. It gave me a red thing. It said, no, you can't do this. And there were many times where the game told me I couldn't do this or that on this build, and I had to figure out ways to kind of go around what the game was telling me. So Yeah, it's kind of limited a little bit on the round stuff. So this was a little bit of a challenge because of that. And you can see I'm trying out different kinds of decks, different deck shapes and everything, trying to get something that would work and look pretty cool. So, and this is supposed to look kind of modern and hip. And, you know, like I say, it's going in Katerina's Windenburg, and it is going to be like the new hip club in town. And we ended up with, and I'm going to take you inside, by the way, afterwards. I'm not doing screenshots just because it's kind of, like I say, the space inside is kind of tight. I couldn't get any really good screenshots if I wanted to. And it's honestly, it's a little bit dark because it's a nightclub. So I'm just going to take you guys inside afterwards. But what I ended up with is one floor is a musician's area. So we have, you know, guitar, pianos, all of that stuff. So it's basically an entertainment area. There's a microphone so you could have your Sims practice comedy and all of that. And then we're getting the Get Famous pack soon too. And I'm hoping that pack also makes a build like this even more, like an entertainment area like this, even more utilizable somehow. We'll see how it goes when it comes, but I bet it's going to make it even better. But so anyway, the top floor, or the second floor in this case, has the entertainment area, and then the middle floor is a karaoke bar, and then the downstairs, the basement, is a nightclub. And so that's what we end up with on the inside, and I'll take you guys in there. We're just going to do a very quick tour at the end of the speed build. And yeah, I like it. If it were me and I lived in Windenburg, I would definitely go to this little club. I love the exterior. I actually love the exterior even more than the interior. The fountain thing, the water thing. I have a thing for water features anyway. I love water features. If it were up to me, I'd probably put them all over the place in every build. I mean, it is up to me, but I try not to like overdo, you know, you don't want to do the same thing for every build. You want to kind of change it up and everything. But I really love water features. They're kind of a thing that I enjoy. And so, yeah, so for those of you that maybe don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying this is going in Katerina's Windenburg, I guess I should probably clarify that. I have an LP, a Rags to Riches LP, and the star of that LP is named Katerina Loverly. And I am building her Windenburg right now. And I'm doing it with the help of a lot of my viewers, but I'm building the commercial properties, and I'm building apartment complexes, which my viewers are creating Sims for and doing furnishings for and all of that stuff. So I've got multiple projects going on. It's kind of like a really big thing to build up Windenburg, and I'm kind of, yeah, I'm having fun with it. I like doing stuff like that. So we'll be building up her Windenburg and eventually her Brindleton Bay as well, because that's her old hometown. So she's going to be back and forth kind of between Windenburg and Brindleton Bay every now and then, I think. Not quite sure exactly, you know, how her life's going to go, but that is Brindleton Bay is her hometown. So I suspect we'll kind of build up both. But for the Windenburg project, I am, and you can see the spot that I'm in for those that know the game. I'm out on the deck area, kind of the lot that's sort of furthest out in the water in Windenburg, which is why I said that a basement here would not, it's out on the deck. So you would never actually have a basement here, but we'll just ignore that reality and, and keep our basement and keep happy, because there wasn't enough space in this place to, I needed more square footage, so I went down because I couldn't go up. But nonetheless, so I've got this big modern sort of club thing going in, and then I have another build that I just completed that you guys will see soon. I'll be doing at least I think I'm going to do a speed build on it. It's a rec park with a pool and playground and all this stuff, and I did one of my crazy kind of outlandish sort of roofing dealios, and so those that play the game and that like to watch my roofing videos and all of that stuff, I think that people will be interested in that one, because I did something that's a little bit different. And so, yeah, I think that a few people might be interested in that one. And I think it looks really cool. And so this building plus that building, well, it's like I say, it's a rec park, but there's a building. It's kind of hard to describe. You guys will see it. Anyway, those two things, they're pretty modern. And then I think I'm going to include my old spa that I did, which is my black and white spa that, sold like hotcakes on the gallery and everything. I think that that's going to go in Katerina's Windenburg as well. So the commercial builds for Katerina's Windenburg are going to be all of them are going to be pretty modern, is kind of what's happening with it. And that wasn't super intentional, but that's kind of how it's working out. And then, and then I'm probably going to include the restaurant that I just did recently too. For those that watch the channel regularly, I did kind of an orange and black seafood restaurant that I think looks really cool. I got a lot of compliments on it. So I think that might go in Katerina's Windenburg as well. I'm basically going through some of my old commercial builds and picking some for Windenburg. And I'm also creating some new commercial builds for her Windenburg. So yeah, I'm kind of enjoying setting up her world. It's a lot of fun. And doing the furnished projects. The other thing for those that don't watch, I'm putting out furnished projects online on Twitter. And so I'm creating these apartment buildings and several of my viewers are participating in furnishing them. And man, that's working out great. There's so many good designs. People are doing a fantastic job furnishing them. And I think that people are enjoying participating too, which is awesome. I like the whole audience participation thing. It gives people some stake in it. It makes people enjoy it a little bit more, So yeah, so some cool stuff there. You can see in the back of this, I did one of my sort of signature sculpture thingies. I don't know if it's a signature sculpture, but y'all that watch me regularly know that I tend to like to do sculptures. I've got a thing with shapes and patterns and all of that stuff. So I threw a couple of those back there. I had a lot of fun with, I love the fact that we have the windows and these dividers that match the windows. So I was really able to kind of go crazy with this stuff, with the dividers and matchy it everywhere in what I think is a good way. And so, yeah, pretty happy with that. And let's see, what else can I tell you? My favorite part of this is when the fountains go in, to be honest with you. And that's coming soon. We're actually approaching the end of the speed build part and we're going to take a quick tour. Like I said before, we're going to take a quick tour inside rather than screenshots. But this way here with the tour as well, you'll be able to see the fountains going and all of that. And personally, like I say, I've said that a couple of times. It's kind of my favorite part. I really do. I'd probably just like hang out front and just watch the fountains or something. So, and here we go with the fountains going in now. And some people going in too. Obviously, I started testing. Once I start playing with fountains, I usually start testing because I want to see how they look going and all of that stuff. So I'll start running some tests once I start getting fountains in. But yeah, we are coming to the very end of this, and now let's take our tour. So we are at the Rojo Bar and Lounge. Let's turn it on so we can get some fountains going. It is really early in the morning. It's 6:46 a.m. here, so I don't know how many people are going to go to a bar and lounge this early in the morning. Ooh, we just went through the other huge fountain, but I like our fountains on the Rojo. Look at them. They good. I like them. Oh, we do have some people going in to our club. All right, so let's take a look. Now, obviously, the first couple of floors we can't get to because we don't have ladders yet. So we're on the second floor. We'll take a quick look here. So this is mostly just seating, bar in the middle, and then a little bit of a music area on the side here. So kind of like a little stage setup and with some seating to watch. And then down on the next floor. Now, this is the main floor where they first come in. And so where they first come in, they have this kind of, they've got the entrance and then they've got either two stairs they can go down, they can go in the middle and go up the stairs, or hang out right on this floor here. We've got the karaoke thing kind of under the stairs. This was very hard to sort of design with this many floors and stairs and like still make it look decent. Just cause it's cramped, it's weird shaped and everything. But I think it's pretty cool. I have the separation here so that, so for the noise, I guess. And then, whoops, wrong way. Downstairs is the dance club, nightclub, whatnot. And then we obviously have our restrooms down in this area. The perimeter is the water, obviously. And so, yeah, so our restrooms are down here and then our nightclub area with another bar and just some seating and stuff. So the inside isn't super snazzy to me anyway. I think that the outside is more snazzy, but so there you have it. There's our little inside area, and we have a couple of little Sims at the bar with a TV. I had to throw a TV in to make it meet the requirements for a bar. So it covers as bar, lounge, nightclub, and karaoke bar. So all 3 of these floors cover all of those things. So you can use it as whichever one of those things you like in your game if you want it. And yeah, so that's it. That is the Rojo. So I hope that y'all like this. And if you do, please remember to hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. All that stuff really helps us YouTubers out a lot. It gives YouTube an idea of which videos to promote. So the more you participate, the more I get promoted. And that's hugely helpful. And I appreciate it a ton. So thanks so much for spending the time with me today. And I hope to see y'all back again next time. Bye now.